In our previous session, we have seen the basic concepts of average speed, what is average speed, how we can calculate average speed and everything. And I have attached the link of that video also in the description box of this video. If you have missed it, you can see that. And in this session, we are going to see some special cases of average speed. We have already seen the formula how to calculate average speed. Average speed is equal to total distance divided by total time. Now let's come to case 1. Case 1 is if time taken are same, that is in each part of the travel the time is going to be the same. Okay, let's take an example and apply it. Say that there's a car, the car needs to travel from point A to B and there's a point P in between. Okay, so our travel is entirely split into two parts. From A to P this is one part and P to B is another part. So our assumption is the time taken in each part is going to be the same, that is from A to P also the time taken is T and P to B also the time taken is T. Okay, but the speeds are going to vary. Let us assume that from A to P the car is taking S1 speed to travel and from P to B the speed of the car is S2. Okay, as usual let us try to calculate the average speed. We have the formula. We need the total distance first. Okay, so how we can calculate total distance? We are directly not given the distance. Instead, we clearly have the speed as well as time. So these are enough for us to find the distance, right? Because distance is equal to speed into time, right? So we can easily calculate the distance. See here, from A to P, let us try to find the distance. From A to P, the speed is S1 and time is T. So distance will be their multiplication, that is S1 into T. And from P to B, the distance is going to be speed S2 and time is T. So distance is going to be plus S2T. So I am going to add these two so that I will be getting the total distance, because A to P is S1T, P to B is S2T. So the total distance is the addition S1T plus S2T. Numerator is over. Now come to the denominator. Denominator is the total time taken. We clearly know that each part the time is T and T. So if I want to find the total time, it will be nothing but T plus T, that will be 2T. So let's now try to simplify this expression. See the numerator, I have T as a common factor, right? So I can very well remove the T out, and what I will have inside I will be having S1 plus S2 divided by denominator is 2T. I can cancel this T and T. So I will be ending with S1 plus S2 divided by 2. So when the time taken is going to be the same, then if we have two speeds, we can calculate average speed like just S1 plus S2 divided by 2. Okay, let's move on to the next example. Here we have A to B same, but in between we have 2 points, so that our entire travel is split into 3 parts. Okay, A to B, this is the first part, P to Q is second, and Q to B is the third. Here also our assumption is going to be the same, that is there are 3 different parts but the time is going to be the same, but speeds are going to be different, S1, S2, S3. Here also let's try to calculate the average speed. Here the distance will be from A to B, the distance is going to be S1 into T. So I'll put S1T plus P to Q is the distance is S2T and last one is S3T, and the total time taken will be T plus T plus T, which will be 3T. And here also again I can take T as a common factor from the numerator. So if I take T, I will be having S1 plus S2 plus S3 whole divided by 3T, and once again I can cancel T and T, and I will be ending with S1 plus S2 plus S3 whole divided by 3. This is going to be the average speed when I have 3 speeds S1, S2, S3. Friends, if the time taken are same, for 2 parts we got our average speed to be S1 plus S2 by 2. Similarly, for 3 parts, we got the average speed to be S1 plus S2 plus S3 divided by 3. Now, by viewing this, we can try to generalize what will be the average speed if we have n parts. That is, we have our travel in n parts and the speed in each case is given to be S1, S2, S3 up to Sn. Okay. So, in this case, what will be the average speed? We can easily tell the answer by viewing those 2 cases. Okay. So it will be nothing but S1 plus S2 plus S3 up to the last speed, which is Sn, whole divided by totally how many parts are there? There are n parts, so I should divide by n. So this will be the average speed. Actually in mathematics we call this expression to be arithmetic mean. So this is nothing but arithmetic mean. So you may now remember what is arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is nothing but sum of all elements divided by total number of elements. So you should remember this one very carefully. If the time taken are going to be the same, then the average speed will be nothing but the arithmetic mean of all the speeds. Let us now move on to the second case. The second case is if the distances are same, that is the distance traveled in each part of the travel is going to be the same. This is our assumption. As usual, we will take some examples. The first one, let there be a vehicle and the vehicle is going to travel from point A to B and in between there is a point D. Now the travel is split into two parts, that is A to P is the first part and P to B is the second part. Our assumption is both the distances in, that is the each part the distances is going to be the same. So both the distances are going to be the same. We are going to take the distance to be D and D, okay. But the speeds are going to vary. First part, let us take the speed to be S1. Second part, the speed is S2, okay. Let us now try to calculate what is the average speed in this case, okay. So first one, what we have to calculate is total distance. Calculating the total distance in this case is very easy because we have D and D in each part. So the total distance will be equal to D plus D, which will be 2D. This is our numerator. And next denominator will be total time. We have to calculate the total time. See here, the time is not directly given here, but instead we have distance and speed. So when we have distance and speed, how we can calculate time? Time will be equal to distance divided by speed, right? So what we can do here is we can individually calculate the time taken, okay. So for A to P, the time taken will be distance is D and speed is S1. So time taken will be D divided by S1 plus second part. Here also distance is D and speed is S2. So time taken will be D divided by S2. So this is the total time taken. So overall we got what is the average speed. Let us now try to simplify this expression. We have 2D divided by, now see the denominator closely, just observe it. We have two fractions here, right? But see the fractions, in both the fractions we have the numerators to be D, okay. So what I am going to do is, I am going to take that D as common factor outside. So inside what we will be having, we will be simply having just 1 by S1 plus 1 by S2. Are you clear what we are doing in this step? I closely saw this denominator part. Here itself I got two fractions, right? So I am just going to see the numerators. The numerators are common. So the numerator, common numerator is D. I have taken that as a common factor outside. So inside what we will be having is 1 by S1 plus 1 by S2. Now I can very well cancel these two D values. Numerator and denominator, they get cancelled. So finally we will be left with 2 divided by 1 by S1 plus 1 by S2. So when two speeds are given, this is going to be the average speed. Let's take the next example. Here we have three parts. So again, there's a vehicle, it's going to travel from point A to B, but it is divided into three parts where we have 2 points in between. So each part, the distances are going to be the same D, but speeds are going to be different. We have three different speeds, S1, S2, S3. Here again, let us calculate the average speed. So average speed is going to be the total distance. Again, total distance here it will be D plus D plus D. So it will be 3D divided by total time we have to calculate. Again, we will calculate the times individually. So first part, the time will be D divided by S1. So it will be D by S1. Second part, it will be D divided by S2. And third part will be D divided by S3. Again, as we did here, here also we can take 3D divided by, here also we can take the D in the numerators as a common factor, okay. So in denominators, we have three fractions. In all the three fractions, I have a common numerator D. That D I am removing as a common factor. So inside what I will be having, I will be having 1 by S1 plus 1 by S2 plus 1 by S3. Again, I can cancel D and D. So we will be having finally 3 divided by 1 by S1 plus 1 by S2 plus 1 by S3. So when we have three speeds, the average speed is going to be this expression. So when the distances are same, and if we have two parts in our travel, we got the average speeds to be 2 divided by 1 by S1 plus 1 by S2. And for three parts, we got average speed as 3 divided by 1 by S1 plus 1 by S2 plus 1 by S3. Similarly, here also we can try to generalize what will be the average speed when we have n parts in our travel and given all the n speeds S1, S2, S3 up to Sn. Okay. So here, can you guess what will be the average speed? See, when we had 2 parts, we had 2 divided by. For 3 parts, we had 3 divided by. Similarly, for n parts, we must have n divided by. Okay. And then see the denominator terms. For 2 parts, we had 1 by s1 plus 1 by s2. For 3, we had 1 by s1 plus 1 by s2 plus 1 by s3. Similarly, for n parts, we should have 1 by s1 plus 1 by s2 plus 1 by s3 and so on up to till the last speed, which is 1 by Sn. This is what we have to do. Okay. So actually what we are doing is the number of parts in the speed in the travel divided by, we are taking the sum of all the reciprocal of the speeds. Okay. In mathematics actually we call this expression as harmonic mean. Okay. So this is called harmonic mean. Actually what does harmonic mean means? Number of elements divided by the sum of the reciprocal of the terms elements. Okay, this is what we call it as harmonic mean. So if distances are going to be the same, then the average speed will be nothing but the harmonic mean of all the speeds. I hope that you are able to very well understand how to calculate average speed, various cases when time is constant, when distance is constant, and also you are able to understand the nature behind the formulas of average speed. But hold on, we have just seen the concepts alone. We need to solve some additional problems also in order to get a better understanding. So I have attached some problems also based on the same concept in my other channel, VAAGAI Math for You. Kindly view those problems also. Okay, I have attached the link of those problems in the same video description box. You can view them. And for more math concepts like this, shortcuts like this, you can subscribe to my channel, VAAGAI Math Coaching. And for more math problems, you can subscribe to my other channel, VAAGAI Math for You. See you in the next video with some other different concept. See you there. Thank you so much.